those of you following along at home probably realize the ship that I've been slowly building to is not this ship. Yes, I went to go fight some pirates. I had horrible forward thrust, and I didn't build it up more. Didn't realize that my brake thrust things were gone. I crashed into a rock, and even though the majority of the ship stayed around, it caused enough, I guess, intestinal damage to my crew or whatever that we all abandoned ship and called it the wreck. So now I'm back. I'm ready to roll, and this guy, look at all that firepower. I was telling you, little ship I got. This guy's gonna pay the price for something he had nothing to do with. Probably doesn't even like those guys. And in killing this thing, I'll get some moolah. Hopefully, I'll get some nifty supplies. Like, look at that. What is that thing? I don't even know what that is, and I want it. Chip. Or some money. We got more maneuverability than this guy, so if we really wanted to, we could just fly circles around him quite literally. We don't run into rocks, we'll be good. And take this guy out. Get some more loots. Shoot him into oblivion. Thank you. He gave us 9,000 monies for killing pirates. So that's pretty sweet. But now, as I've figured out, what I really need to make my ship awesome and complete isn't a metric ton of iron. It's really titanium. We are here. This little blue circle is our warp capabilities, and over here is where we reach. So right past into here is where we get titanium and maybe even nanite, which we haven't used any of, but that'll give us force fields. And then whenever we finish battle, we won't have to repair things because we'll be full of force fields. So we're going to go to Frontier of Balance 2, and then we're going to go to Kingdom of Perpetuity 1, and we're going to go for the Gusto. There we go. Now with this ship, unlike the big boy I just had, don't hit rocks, it is speedy. This thing is does 112. My last ship maxed out at 60, and that's because of all of the titanium because of all the iron armor plates, to be actually truthful. Iron is heavy, and it does the job of armor, but not very well. So what we want to do is we want to find some titanium, make the whole ship of titanium, because it's just plain lighter, and then it will my thrust will not be affected as negatively. Plus, if we manage to find some nanite, anything, well, first of all, we can't harvest it because we need at least titanium mining machinery. But if we find some, and we can mine it, we can use that for the engines and for some of our other power generating, power storing shindigs. And then it will be on like Donkey Kong. So I'm ready for that. So first we're going to go to the farthest reaches of what our space time continuum ship can handle. Well, not time continuum, we don't travel through time. Although I guess I am traveling through time, forward through time at regular speed, but I can't go back in time. If I could go back in time, I would make that other ship better, because it produced so much energy and it's so many weapons. Well, actually, I technically have all the weapons and miners I had back then now, except I'm down on the salvager. I keep seeing the pings for the aliens, and I keep ignoring them, because the thing about the aliens is if they see me mining, they'll get angry with me, and if no one else is around, they'll come fight me, but they won't become my enemies until I start fighting them. And I'm not planning on starting to fight them until I at least have force fields, because they don't get around. They hit like a tank. So we need to make sure if we're gonna start some, that we can end that some. All right. We've now reached the farthest reaches of what we can do in our ship standard. So we're going to aim for here. We're going to right click, and we're going to say enter coordinates in nav computer. It's going to say, all right, bro, let's get ready to go and calculate for a while. And when it's ready, tell us when it's ready, we jump. And now we have moved beyond the gates, and we're starting to forge our own destiny. The thing about this is if we go too far afield without it, then we could end up getting attacked by something. Now the problem is with this is that if you go into unmanned space, like I have, with the kind of energy generation I have, I gotta wait almost a whole 2 minutes. No, more than a whole 2 minutes for this thing to recharge, for us to be able to get back into civilized space. And the problem is, if you warp into a place like this, there's nothing here. There are nothing to see, nothing to mine. It's not like we found a treasure trove of mining things. There's nothing. So I tried to avoid jumping. I mean, that old ship we had would have done good things for the recharge because of all of the energy regeneration. Because it is the energy regeneration, make no mistake, that charges it. It's this. You see how? You see how this bar here is maxed out, even though we're basically just coasting through. It's because all that power is going to charging the warp engine, and it's going to tell you right here, you don't have enough power because your hyperspace engine is using all of your energy. And then it's going to say your ship's using more energy than it can produce because it's trying to suck more energy than we got to make that work. And the way you do that is to make sure you have not just a big energy production, but also a big energy storage. Because if you have big energy storage, then you could be producing like a trickle. Doesn't matter. It pulls from the batteries first. So like if this thing down here has like 2 gigawatts of not gigawatts. What are we at? Yeah, we're at 21.93 gigajoules. It's still drained all of that. That's a relatively high amount of storage, really. But if this thing down here has, a few hundred gigajoules of storage, making small puddle jumps, no big deal. Now I'm aiming for another subspace place to land. I have no idea what's going to happen when I get there. I can find more pirates. I can find more trouble. We're gonna find out. Okay. We have found a small pocket of civilized society. We are here. There is that there, resource depot. There is a trading post. And there are rocks. That's what's most important to me. Because we are looking for, at the very least, titanium. And I'm hopeful we don't find nanite before we can find someone who can sell us something that so we can use its full potential. But finding nanite's not the end of my day, not the end of my jam. It's not the